What's going on, you gamers? Here we are with some more Aliens Fireteam Elite, and today I'm going to be showing you what I think is one of the best ways to kind of get more experience and level up your character and your class. So if you need to level up fast, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. But for today, the main thing you're going to need to know is this fella right here. You're going to make your way to the Armory. This guy is going to absolutely help you to level up early, late, whatever you want. As long as you're trying to level up, as long as you're trying to kind of gear up a little bit, this fella's the place to go. Now, as you can see, I went to his special stock, and what you're going to do is you're going to bop all the way down to the challenge cards. Once you've got this, it's going to cost you a little bit of script, but you can earn that quite easily in this game most times. Definitely spend a little bit there on those challenge cards. They'll be able to reward you with extra credits, with extra experience, and sometimes with really nice attachments. Now, I find all in all the best thing to do is to use the 2s and the 3 times multipliers. But as you can see here, the best one I've found by far for getting your experience up late game is this one right here. The only way to be sure, Regicide. This is basically the very last mission of the campaign. Now please be aware that the next bit coming up has got some spoilers, as it is the very last level, so if you don't want to see any of it, then probably click off the video now. But if you're still here, then this is what you need to do. Now if you were earlier, just use cards that you can apply to your team that you know you're going to be able to complete with nice experience, and put them to any of the earlier levels. As you go up in level, as you go up in the campaign, you will earn more experience, so the later on ones work in your favour. But as you can see, we're going to be using this one, and the reason why I say this is so good is because you get a lot of those purple cards, Get Away From Her, which are 3 times multipliers. So you can get them in those packs. There's a good chance you're going to get them during your playtime, and so are your friends and other people you play with. That means that you've got a good chance of having a 3 times multiplier, or at least a 2 times multiplier if you haven't got that card, and you're going to get a heck of a lot of experience for this mission. Now the main thing to realise on this mission is that it is very tough. There's a lot of armoured enemies, there's a lot of elites, there's a lot going on. So I would honestly say, if you do struggle, maybe put the difficulty down a little bit. At standard, you're going to net yourself about 11,000 experience once you complete it. However, if you can do intense, you'll net yourself around about 16, depending on what multiplier you're going to use. So if you're using one of those really nice purple cards saying Get Away From Her, you're going to get 3 times experience, which is going to be absolutely amazing. On your standard, you're going to net yourself around about 30 or a little bit more than that. At higher difficulties, it will go up. So if you can do it on intensity, you're going to be getting around about 50k. And of course, you're going to get other things, you're going to get credits, you're going to be able to get attachments. It's really nice and works out definitely in your favour. It's the best one I've found so far. But obviously, like I said, if you're earlier game, just chuck on one of the earlier missions, whatever you can manage to do without kind of falling over. Now, as you saw from that last one, basically I only managed to get the lower one, and that's because I didn't have a card multiplier on it. It's also because I didn't want to show you the footage of this one, as one thing I want you to know is that there are still a few bugs in the game, as you can see from the footage in the background, where my frame rates dropped to about 1 or 2 for some reason. So just make sure that you can afford to lose the cards, as sometimes there will be a few issues like you dropping out of the session, and if this happens you do however lose the card, which can be a bit of a pain. Another thing to note, be very wary of people with flamethrowers, especially if you put on those higher difficulty. You'll want to make sure that you're clearing the content and not dying over and over whilst using those cards, because the multipliers really do help, and you want to complete the mission as much as possible to make your level really fast and efficiently. But as you can see from this one, we've got the challenge card completed, and it's netted us 3 times experience. So even on the standard difficulty, if I bop over to the experience, You can see I've managed to get 35,000, which is really nice considering how easy it is on that level difficulty. If you were to put it higher, again you'd get much more, around about the 50,000 I believe it was. Another quick hint I would say, don't forget you get the same amount of experience for your weapons or whatever you've got equipped. So make sure when you're doing this you've got the weapons that you want to level up, and they'll rank up really fast as you do and as your character class does. All in all, for myself, I'd say the last mission is definitely the best because you get those cards, because you get a lot of experience, but you could do the one before. That one is also nice and takes a little bit less time, so it's completely down to your personal preference. But as always guys and girls, I hope that's helped a few of you out. For all things gaming, for all things Xbox. Take care, I'll see you on next day.